All right, so got some pool filter sand. This is the best sand possible for ponds or aquariums or anything else. It's by far the best. Some rock that needs to be washed very thoroughly. I have some things I'm gonna use this for, and then some more mulch for around the pond. So I wanted to do a quick little video here, and this is going to be about the Aquascape pond bags down there that hold the lilies. And basically what's going on, it's not the fault of the bags, but I didn't put enough like stones in there, pebbles. And I was like, why is the dirt overflowing the bag and I don't see any more rock? So what happened in that bag, oh, there's a little frog right here too. Check that out. Little frog. Anyway, so I was like, why exactly is there no rocks anymore? And it's just dirt coming out of that bag. Here, I'm gonna zoom in here. So see, I turned the pumps off so you can see this. So it's just a bunch of dirt. So what happened was I lifted that bag out, and there's 2 crayfish in there. So 2 large crayfish are digging around in there and messing it all up and pushing the dirt out. So, and this pond is super clear right now, but it has kind of a brown tinge to it. And it's oh, there's some sunfish swimming around in there. It's because this dirt is falling out. You can actually see it. It's all over there, all around that side of the bag. There's tons of black potting mix, or not potting mix, but topsoil. So I got to get a bunch more rock in there. I'm gonna get those crayfish out of there, and then I got to get a bunch more rock into there so they can't lift it out of there. And then I also got some more pool filter sand, because this sand down here, even though it looks brown, is actually pool filter sand, which is, in my opinion, the very best sand you can use in an aquarium or a pond. There's some sunfish. Very best sand you can use, because it doesn't hold a bunch of stuff. It floats up to the top, and then the filter can move it around and pick it up. So I'm gonna get working on that, and then I will revisit this video. So smooth river pebbles. This is what I got. I actually got I got 4 bags of this stuff. I'm gonna use some others for other projects, but this stuff is disgusting, so you have to really, really, really wash it well. Throw it in a bucket, use a hose, and it's good to go. So here's what they look like before you wash them. And that is what they look like when they're washed. Same rocks, they just look amazing now. The only way to really get these bags out of here is, you guessed it, you're gonna walk into the pond. So water's super clear though, actually. And I just gotta watch out for little things here and there. The twins I don't have to worry about. They're definitely not caring at all about this process. They're gonna be in one of those 2 caves. So I'm gonna pull this thing out of there, and there's gonna be probably a couple crayfish in there. So, although I did disrupt them last time I tried this, so they might have jumped out. Actually, no, there's one in there. I can tell there's one in there, I can see it. So I'll see if I can get that on video. But there's a sunfish right underneath this lily pad too. I can see his tail. Let's see. There he is right there. He just swam. All right, let's see if I can get this done. All right, so here's the bag, and there is a crayfish in here. I don't know if there's just 1 right now or 2. I want to look around. I don't want to bury one in here. So let's see. And all these just hanging out right now. And I gotta refill this bag. I know there's 1 crayfish in here. Hopefully that's it. There are little lilies growing. Look at this little lily right here. There's a tiny little lily right there. All right, I gotta get this crayfish out of here. Where is he? There he is. Right here. Oh, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Take a look at these beautiful flowers. Now I will put you back in. All right, let's put him over here for now. Just drop him down in there. He'll figure it out. There he is. All right. So now I got to fill this thing up with the rocks, and I'll put it back in the water. All right, so this is hopefully going to be a lot better. There's a lot of new growth. There's this little one here. There's one coming up here. There's one right there. There's another one down there. And there's another one right there. So we got, yeah, we got like that one, this one, that one, and that one. a bunch of new ones. All right, hopefully this works well. All right, on to bag 2. This one has some nice big lilies coming out of it. There's that bag down there. Now the water's all stirred up, so it'll have to get clear again, but this one has some nice lilies on it. So, started right here. There's some small ones right here. I'm gonna fill in the rest of this spot right here. Lava rock, not heavy enough. The crayfish just knock it out, and the fish probably too. So I'm gonna add a little bit more pool filter sand to the pond, but if anyone's never used pool filter sand, so I'm in the process of washing this out. It's almost clean enough now. This stuff starts out really clean anyway, but this is pool filter sand right here. So, see if you can zoom in on that. So they're round little pebbles is what they are. And this stuff is amazing. I've been using it in my aquarium for a while now, years actually. And the pond has been filled with it from day one. But it's kind of getting dirty looking because there's now dirt mixed in with it. So I'm gonna stir that up and get it out of there, and then I'm gonna, as much as I can. And then I'm going to put more pool filter sand in there, because not only can you really see the bottom easily, but this stuff just allows gunk and detritus to just float through it, because as its name suggests, it's literally for pools, pool filters. So the little round balls allow dirt and stuff to just kind of float out of it and go to the surface where they get stirred up and then they go through the filter. So rather than like play sand or really, regular sand, that compacts down really, really tight, and it's much easier to move your hand through pool filter sand than it is to move it through regular sand. And regular sand just traps everything, and it's just disgusting. But this stuff is so much cleaner. So as long as you rinse it really, really well, you're perfect. This thing does not even, it doesn't even cloud up the water or anything. So this stuff is awesome. So I highly recommend this. All right, so here is what it now looks like. Finished product after cleaning it up. Those false sunflowers are going insane. They're just gigantic now. And the gladiolus are getting big too in the background, those tall stalks. But the water is real nice and clear. Got a fresh layer of the sand down there. And then cleaned up those boxes, or I should say bags, with the lilies. Got a bunch of fresh new lilies growing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lilies on that one, and then some huge ones on that one coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right there. And I know just under the water line, there's a couple more that are coming up. So yeah, it is looking pretty good. I changed the fountain head to that one instead of that globe, because this one disrupts the water a lot more, and that actually keeps algae from even being able to get on the surface of the water. So, but yeah, it's nice and clear. If there was a fish or a turtle down there right now, you can actually see, but you can get a good view of it here. So, yeah. Working out pretty well right now.